chat. Get ready, get jivin'.
I just want to see some tongue. I just want to see some. I'll pay for it. Just give me some tongue.
Get the tongue in.
Happy birthday to you.
What's up, everybody? What is up? What is up? Let me know if you can hear me, because I think everybody should be able to hear me. I'm not muted or anything. But what's up, everyone? Welcome. I am Austin. This is my beautiful boyfriend Bradley, and we are here. Obviously, we're not Jack. Jack has been the last couple weeks dealing with some family stuff, taking care of his dad, all that. So send your thoughts, your prayers over to him and stuff. But we love Jack, and I know he did get to, I think, come in last week or something. But obviously, Caden took over on Tuesday, so now it's our turn, and we got some. Yeah, Anthony already is already saying what I think.
Cancel Halo.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
But obviously, before we get started, all the housework and stuff, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Give us your thoughts during the stream. We want to know what you guys think as well about the topics that we're going to be covering and everything. Also, don't forget about all the other great shows and channels here. Brian Master and Nuns 10 Forward, William and the Sci-Fi Center, obviously Enosh with his nightly lounge streams and everything. So a lot going on here at the channel. Make sure and check it out. Oh, and yes, Max on Saturdays has his new show. What's it called? To the Max on Saturdays. So also make sure and check that. Yeah, so there's something going on every single day of the week, which is pretty cool. Something to check out. Different people, different views. So if you don't like one of us, you can check out one of them. Yeah, let's get started here. But before we'll say hi to everybody in the chat. What's up, Teron? Good to see you. Aaron, good to see you. Thank you for coming as always. Jared's mother, what's up, man? Good
Say hello to your mother.
Say hello to your mother for me. Mark Wahlberg as Father Stu. He's got that Father Stu.
Oh my God.
Hey.
No.
Don't underestimate a Mark Wahlberg movie. Okay.
I tried.
What do you mean you tried?
I tried.
Okay. The Watcher, what's up, The Watcher? Anthony, always good to see you, Anthony. Yes, Anthony, yes.
Anthony, my guy.
Samuel, good to see you, man.
What's up, Sam?
But yeah, so we got a couple topics, a couple things to cover here. But first up, let's do the little transition here, and we'll do our first topic. So here we go. Okay, so yes, let's see here. We want to share. Oh gosh, this is the one where it gives me problems. I totally forgot. We'll do Streamception. Streamception. It's always Streamception. Oh.
One of me.
Okay. Well. Let's see. Can they see it on the?
Yeah, I'll double check right now.
Let's see. I got it. Yep. All right. Cool. Perfect. So obviously, big news of the day. This is the one everyone's talking about, and it was only a couple hours ago, so I figure we'll get right into it. We'll kind of skim the article and the big details and things like that, and we'll give our quick thoughts and all of that. So be prepared for some hot takes, possibly, and all of that. But it says here, title of the article: Warner Brothers Discovery exploring overhaul of DC Entertainment. This is exclusive to Variety. Let's see. It's been less than a week since the deal closed, and David Zaslav is obviously toying with the idea of turning DC into its own solidified content vertical. The move would potentially affect DC feature film development, obviously, and everything moving forward. They're looking for someone like a Kevin Feige. They had already interviewed Emma Watts, who was 20th Century and Paramount, who's worked at 20th Century Studios and Paramount, and he's been already looking for that type of person. They've already mentioned that they like what Hamada is doing in kind of organizing the universe, and that he'll probably play an important role in the future. And what's cool is also they also highlighted, some things like they like the Joker and the idea of maybe some more Black Label stuff like that, which I think that's awesome. They mentioned Superman has been left, to be sidelined, and I agree completely. I hate that Superman is a TV character, and they don't even put Batman on TV, but Superman's a TV character. Like
I'm hoping they do too. I'm really hoping they. Well, there was an announcement like a few weeks ago, like Ta-Nehisi Coates is ready to turn in the script or something for a Superman movie.
Dear God,
I hope they scrap that shit and call Henry Cavill, or if they haven't called him already, and settle this fucking nonsense and get him on board.
Yeah,
and settle something with him. Negotiate something to fit in his schedule. Because he's a very busy guy.
Yeah.
And if he's willing to do it, that's that takes an effect as well.
Yeah. And I agree. I mean, look, I think it would be awesome to have Henry, and I think I think a lot of people, for the people that didn't like the Snyder stuff, I think it was mainly the story. I think it wasn't that they didn't like Henry, it was mainly the story stuff that they didn't like. So I think there's a lot of potential, obviously, with Henry and for him to come back. But it would be interesting to kind of see how they do it. Do they completely reboot it and just kind of, or there were rumors a long time ago, or statements. Christopher McQuire went with some pitches for Man of Steel 2 and stuff. It'd be really cool for them to maybe reach out to some of those guys.
Matthew Vaughn has said he'd do it.
Oh, give me Matthew Vaughn Superman.
Absolutely love that.
Oh, give me a Matthew Vaughn Superman. What's up, TW? Good to see you, man. Good to see you in the chat. As always, miss you, dude. But it says here, obviously, they are happy with things like the Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, and how those have kind of played out. Talk about here Hamada's contract lasting until 2023 and how he could play a pretty major role. Now, here's the big one here. Zablaz has pledged to find $3 billion in synergies in the newly merged company, a signal of how important cost-cutting will be to Warner's new owners. Mining DC's library of characters could help control spending, as Warner Bros. Discoveries owns the underlying intellectual properties, insiders say. So that's kind of the main thing. Is like for the people hoping for the Snyderverse and all that to come back. I'm not saying hope is dead. I'm not saying all of that, but the reality of the situation is, for Snyder to do these two movies with that large of a cast, that much CGI, that long of a story,
and with what he's doing already,
and and then the exactly having to it be after his contractual stuff he's doing with Netflix, or it couldn't interfere. It's you're talking a solid like $500 million plus marketing, plus and not only that, then you have the decision, right? Because it's obviously a story that's not going to be it depends how much they can change. With the Flash, they did delay that a year. But if that's going to be a streaming thing, that's a lot of money to put into a streaming.
Well, and there's a lot. I saw a picture the other day of like 3 members of the Justice League are pretty much like Gal Gadot, Ezra Miller. I don't know about Ezra Miller right now. And Aquaman. That's pretty much it. Like Henry Cavill, we have no confirmation on him. Ben Affleck, he's pretty much done. He's getting married soon, so good for him. I'm really happy about that. That made me happy.
Yeah.
And who am I missing? Oh, and Ray Fisher, of course. If they magically end up working something out with that would amaze me.
I mean, look, they've already
absolutely amazed me, but
yeah,
I think it's possible.
I mean, I think it is possible. Let's see. The Watcher says the Coach movie won't be there. Not going to be a hard reboot anytime soon, but they are soft rebooting.
I don't think it's gonna happen, to be honest.
Well, I think I think a soft reboot would be something like a Matthew Vaughn Man of Steel 2, right? You lighten the tone, you have that kind of different style and everything like that.
If they want to treat it like a Black Label movie, like they're kind of talking about, I'd be okay with that.
With Henry?
No, with the Ta-Nehisi Coates.
That's okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
I would love to see, or that's. I'm honestly more for the Michael B. Jordan one and Val Zod, and that seems more Black Label and like
I would want that.
that's cool. I'm interested in that. Integrity, always good to see Integrity. Cavill, Ray Fisher, Ezra, and Affleck will all be in Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, the most obvious evil of all time. Well, they would probably have to be. That's pretty consistent with the story and all that. I can see all of those characters returning.
Yeah.
But like I think, like you said, there's still some questions. There's still some.
They're gonna have to pull off some miracles.
There's still some things to be done. Exactly. Look, that article just told you till 2023, Hamada's there.
Yeah.
Now you could argue this. I'll play devil's advocate for you today. Integrity. I'll be cool. You could argue this, right? That okay, Zach is with Netflix until about 2023 with his contract. So it's kind of perfect timing if around 2023 they hit that button. It
we can still do other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You can still do other stuff. There's the big time gap, but there's an option for you. But look, or like we said, if they could negotiate something where like Hamada's not involved with it or whatever, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever they can negotiate, because Ray has made his stance. A couple of other people have made their stance. So there's still some questions there, but hey, it'd be cool. Miss you. Yep, miss you, TW. Honestly, just give me Man of Steel 2 and 3. I really would like a Man of Steel 2. I've always said that. I think that's probably one of the best superhero movies. Snyder's movies cost way too much money. I'm like, damn, can you at least make a film with a reasonable budget? Well, I mean, I will say he did what? Army of the Dead was $90 million.
I mean, hey, you got to give him this though. Like, they look fucking great. His movies look great. Like, I may have some issues with some of his movies and stuff like that, but overall, his movies look phenomenal. Like Watchmen holds up to this day. Like with CGI and graphics, there's some stuff that comes out today that I'm like, this is my hot take for the day. The CGI in Watchmen is better than some of not all of it, but some of the CGI in No Way Home. You know what? No, F it, all of it. It's better than all of it. There's a lot that CGI in No Way Home. I love the movie. It's a fantastic movie. The CGI is just, there's a lot of bad stuff. Bad CGI.
That's a big
but
one.
I can give them the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, look, I can look. Watchmen does look, and look, you are right. His movies do look phenomenal. There's no doubt about it. You get that. That's one thing you can expect going into a Zack Snyder movie. It's going to look really, really good. Army of the Dead was $90 million, and that's a pretty reasonable budget for what they did. Massive zombie movie. Vegas was completely CGI, a lot of CGI. So for $90 million, it's a pretty reasonable. That might be his most reasonable. That and maybe his first film.
Do you know how much Rebel Moon is?
I think they said Rebel Moon is one of the most expensive Netflix, $200.
Yeah.
Which that's understandable because they're doing. Irishman was $150. Irishman was $150. This is in the $200. So Aaron says, I agree with Bradley on bringing back Henry Cavill.
Absolutely.
The Watcher says, yep, a Vaughn Man of Steel would be in a soft rebooted timeline. Yeah, essentially, if that was to happen. Tehran says, Hamada's there until The Flash. So let's see if they just let his contract run some with Toby. Well, that's the thing, Tehran. It does say that they are happy with how he's begun to organize the universe and make it more coherent, and that he could be playing an important part. So we don't know his exact. That's just what the Variety Insider says or whatever. We don't know, obviously, Zaslav's exact thoughts on Hamada or what he plans for him, but that's just what we know for now. Let's see. Everyone is missing that a delay would actually be a good thing for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Rushing it into production tomorrow would be a bad idea, anyways. But
well, that and just it's impossible. Like,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it came out the other day that he's filming part 1, part 2 of Rebel Moon back
like next
back.
week,
and then he's, I'm pretty sure he's going to want to do Planet of the Dead.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure he has some other stuff that he wants to do after that with Netflix. And, maybe he does some other stuff with another studio here and there.
Well, we know the Planet of the Dead, or
for a while, he's going to be busy.
We know Army of the Dead is a trilogy, so he could very well do the same with Rebel Moon and shoot Planet and the third back to back after he's done. He likes those things. He comes up with an idea or he does something like this where he's going to shoot back to back. And he wanted to do this with Justice League Part 1 and 2. I do know that.
Yeah.
He wanted to shoot it back to back. And so he does stuff like that, and then he starts doing it a lot. So we'll see if he does. I think that would be a pretty cool idea, and it saves time when you're doing that type of trilogy stuff. So Dark Star says, "Oh wow, Bradley," about the CGI for Watchmen and Noah Him. Andrew Caselli, Andrew,
what's up, man?
Good to see you, man.
Good seeing you, man.
Yeah,
it's been forever.
It's you really were just here for Spider-Man, weren't you?
I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, man, we miss you.
About you the other day.
Let's see. Well, one of the hype things about The Flash is Michael Keaton's return as Batman. That is true for some people.
I'm pretty hyped for that. I love Keaton. He was my
Batman.
When I was growing up before Nolan,
Mm-hmm.
before Bale,
Mm-hmm.
it was Keaton. He was my first Batman. And, same with Brandon Routh. As much as there's so many issues with Superman Returns, I love that movie for the sake of that was my introduction to Superman. And, I love that movie to this day. I can rewatch it any day. Any day.
That is true. I actually did have. Yeah, I did see the first original Christopher Reeve Superman when I was a kid. Because I saw it at the video store. My grandma, she liked that movie too, and so she watched it with me when I was a little kid. So I had seen that before Superman Returns and stuff, but for me, I was never interested in Superman until Man of Steel. Yeah. So I and we've talked about this. I've said a lot. I always saw Superman as the character that DC wrote into. Oh, Ashley. Hi, Ashley. And hey, man, that's awesome. Andrew says, I'm back now and time to hang with my pals.
Yeah,
good to see you, man.
Wow.
Good to have you back. But no, I just always found Superman to be the character that DC kind of wrote itself into a corner with, because for me, I just, I don't know. He's the most powerful being. You already see him as the most powerful being in the DC universe. They say that all the time, right? And so it's just hard for me to believe that he has a problem fighting anyone until, maybe Darkseid or.
What's interesting is they have Black Adam now. And one of his weaknesses is magic.
Right.
So that's, I find that interesting. I didn't know that before about Superman. I think, Kryptonite having his only weakness is Kryptonite. I think he's kind of weak.
We're back?
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Okay.
All right, but one of my biggest questions in Superman movies is how much freaking kryptonite is on Earth? How much kryptonite can Lex Luthor get until he runs out? That's my question. How much of Krypton came with Superman to Earth? Crashed from space, drifted off from space. And how long would that take? There's just so many questions, but I have to, tell myself it's a comic book. Blah, 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 all that nonsense. I overthink it, but there's just little questions. It doesn't bug me or anything. I just find it fascinating, how much kryptonite is on Earth.
Yeah.
Until it runs out, they don't have anything to use against him.
Here's my thing. I always, and I thought for Man of Steel it was perfectly set up.
Hi, Saggy. Hello.
But I thought it was my point.
I love you.
We love the melons. They're sagalicious. Let's see. My question is, why are you both sort of? He's the adorable one.
No.
I am the rugged.
Don't eat.
Uh, but no. I mean, let's see. I got distracted. What we were talking? Oh, Superman. Yeah. No, I always thought like for Man of Steel 2 and that storyline. Look, and I know almost every Superman movie has taken place here on Earth. Or has been here on Earth besides the beginning, right, in Krypton, where Krypton's destroyed and all that type of stuff. But I always had the idea because I just felt it worked so perfectly with Man of Steel because you already had Kryptonians invading the Earth in a big way, in a big alien event way, right? Unlike the other films. I always thought it was cool, like for Man of Steel 2, take him off Earth, take him off world. I've always wanted to see Warworld. Superman go to Warworld. Maybe he goes. Maybe he decides, kind of like in the Superman Return story, where he's like he decides to go look for Krypton or see if there's any remnants or anything, or anything like that. And then ends up stumbling upon Warworld. Then you can get some like introduction and feed into Darkseid and that kind of stuff. And then bring him back, bring Brainiac in for the last one in a kind of a big way, that. So I always thought that I want to see Superman off Earth in films because I've seen him on Earth so much, and I know we missed a lot of comments up here, so I do want to see this. Let's see. I honestly don't see Hamada going anywhere anytime soon. Either he's slowly improving with each movie, and the DCUs are more cohesive than has been in a while. I've been hearing good things about Shazam too. That is true. I do think that they are getting more cohesive. That is one thing that I think is true.
About time.
Yeah, and it's about time.
About time.
So I do give them credit for that. Right, but that's my point. DC will spend a couple years getting their house in order, releasing some quality films to get some goodwill. And that would be awesome. That would be awesome integrity. Let's see. I'm one of those people because Tim Burton's 1989 film Batman is my number one favorite Batman movie next to Batman Begins. Very cool. Very cool. I think The Batman is my number one favorite Batman movie at this point.
Anthony, how dare you?
I'll get to him. The thing with Superman is you're not supposed to relate with him. You're supposed to be inspired by him. But here's the thing. Zack Snyder did make me relate to him. I did enjoy the whole kind of like he really focused on like the whole like he's an alien. He's an outside. He's not, and so there were some aspects I think that made him really relatable. That I think Zack Snyder made him.
One thing I do want to say though, like I understand like Superman was literally created like with Christ reference, like he's a Christ-like figure.
Right.
But I'll admit, Snyder's movies kind of beat me over the head with it. I'm like, I get it. There's crosses everywhere. Yes. I understand.
There's saints and Mother Mary. Yes, I understand. I feel it.
You don't have to beat me over the head with it.
What Danny Garcia should be doing right now is calling WB to get Henry back. Agreed. Let's see. I miss my boyfriend so much. People like Lex Luthor and even Bruce Wayne knows how to make synthetic kryptonite. Oh, you were talking about. Oh,
I did not know that.
That is true. That is true. I think once those two at least get a sample of it, they can probably recreate it.
Hopefully, yeah.
Probably pretty easily. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Yes. Hello. Yeah, oh my God. This is. Check out our OnlyFans for that. You gotta pay for that, Saggy. Drop a super chat. A big one.
Anthony.
Bradley, Percy Jackson's Sea of Monsters is better than Scream 5.
No.
Ooh.
Sea of Monsters is unwatchable.
Ooh. Is that the next franchise we're gonna watch?
No.
Okay.
We can watch the first one, but the second one, I just no.
We'll talk about that in a second, but we did just finish the Harry Potter movies. Integrity, regardless of what Zack is doing, Zack Snyder's Justice League coming out tomorrow wouldn't have anywhere near the success it would have given audiences time to digest Zack Snyder's Justice League again. I think I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I think there is you could be correct, but I think it could also go the other way where it just goes as too much time and people don't care anymore. Especially if DC is farther into what there are, if like outside of the Snyderverse plans.
Well, here's a question I want to ask. Outside of the people who campaigned to release the Snyder Cut, was there really anyone that cared that much about another Justice League movie after what came out? That wasn't really a part of that, movement to get the movie out?
Right.
Was there anyone really crying? And is there even now? Besides their Snyderverse fans, that's what I want to know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's just, I've always thought this, and I know this is the unpopular opinion. I think we are more so a loud minority and a very loyal, very loud and vocal fan base. I don't think we're not as big, I think, as some people might think, and so I just don't know if like you said, I don't know if there is enough true business and money interest to move on with it, because like you said, there wasn't really a big like, oh, where's Justice League 2 after. I mean, yes, besides the fandom, we were all like, yeah, where's Justice League 2 and all of that.
Well,
but
regardless of Justice League, they're gonna do another team up movie. It's probably gonna be a Justice Society.
They've talked about Crisis
Justice League,
right,
exactly, Crisis. Which, yeah, that's a lot to get into.
Do that?
No.
Okay. All right. WB needs to properly put together Reeve Superman 1 and 2. It's a 4-hour epic. It's supposed to be. It would turn some people onto that interpretation. That would be pretty cool. They released a supercut. Yep, I agree. Let's see here. What's up, Jacob? Green Lantern is by far the most mismanaged DC property. Agreed or disagree?
Yeah, I care about Superman, but that's something I want to hear them talk about is Green Lantern. And there's no news on that TV show. It's apparently coming out, except for that casting. And they announced, Finn Whitrock, whatever his name is.
Yes.
And they announced
somebody else.
A few other people.
Yeah.
For the other Green Lanterns, but that was it. Nothing. No filming. Nothing. So, I really want to hear something about Green Lantern.
Yeah, me too. Obviously the Ryan Reynolds movie's big disappointment. We haven't gotten anything Green Lantern since. I've been really wanting a Jon Stewart for a long time. I think his time has passed now, unfortunately. But
I don't think it's too late.
Even 5 years ago, no, not Jon Stewart the character, but the actor I was gonna say is maybe like 5 years ago. I would have loved to see Idris Elba.
Oh yeah.
Come in as Jon Stewart.
Just not John David Washington.
I actually think now, I think John David Washington would do well.
That's what I like. He would do well, but I'm tired of, that's what I like about the Wayne T. Carr casting. Like he's, sort of a, no-name actor.
But you know what?
This
is the thing. Green Lantern, because I think is so mismanaged.
Yeah.
You can't play. You can't. You got to give it a big name. You got to draw people back to it.
I do. I think I trust Snyder's casting. His casting hasn't let me down in any movie. Even in Army of the Dead. I don't like Army of the Dead that much, but I love the casting in that movie. Great cast.
Yeah, no, I do like his casting for the most part, and I like the casting additions to Rebel Moon, Corey Stoll and Carrie. I like
Carrie Elliott. No, it's not that I don't like the actors. I'm not really that excited for Rebel Moon.
Yeah. I'm excited. Give me some Snyder sci-fi.
More recycled Star Wars.
I'll take it. I'm a sucker for sci-fi.
There's too much trash sci-fi we're going to be talking about tonight. We don't need anymore.
Oh, yeah. We'll get into that in the next segment here. But the Snyder fandom is very close to as big as the Nolans. I strongly disagree. Look, the Nolan integrity. the Nolan trilogy, 2 of those films. Can you find out real quick? Did Dark Knight make $1 billion?
The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises both made $1 billion.
None of Snyder's films made $1 billion.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think any.
Some of his other movies made $1 billion.
Yeah, exactly. So, of who? Some of who?
Nolan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, Nolan has not just. I mean, look, because here's the thing. Nolan's known now as like a master of cinema. Like you go to film school, they talk to you about Nolan. He's one of the one of the directors that you're taught about. Like love Zack Snyder and stuff, but I don't think he's there just yet. He probably is actually for some things, but yeah, that fan base is not even close.
Nolan's been around.
Yeah, and Nolan's had a name.
Nolan is the one who put Snyder in the position where he is now.
Yeah, exactly. You got it. Yeah. You can't say that. Nolan literally recommended.
Like he put him in his position. He would have gotten there regardless.
Nolan straight up recommended Zack Snyder. Like straight up recommended and was like, "You want to do this because I don't want to." So yeah, they got 4 actors for Green Lantern TV show. Yeah, because they're gonna be. I don't know what that's gonna be about. Superman is the most managed DC character. There's only been 2 truly great Superman films in theaters, and each time they fired the director. I mean, look, but here's the thing. At least Superman has a TV show, and why I may not like it, and I don't understand why they have a TV show. I
just saw.
I'm not. I'm looking. I am looking.
Wow.
Hey.
I see how it is.
Hey.
I see how it is.
I can't be racist about it because I can't be racist if I'm brown. It doesn't work that way.
No.
It's that's how it works.
No, baby.
Those are the rules. Those are the rules. That's how I got through high school, baby. Anyways, but no, look. I mean, like you said, if it weren't for Nolan, we wouldn't have gotten Man of Steel. Exactly. But like I said, while we may not like Superman and Lois, it actually does have a pretty solid following. There's a reason it gets renewed again and again, and it does. People like it. But see, I know the box office numbers, like I've mentioned many times. The fact is, Man of Steel plus Butchered BVS basically equals Batman Begins plus Dark Knight. Be it box office, the numbers are the numbers. Hold on. I got to pause real quick here, ladies and gentlemen. I have to.
We have a special guest coming on.
I have to send the link.
The link.
The linkage.
Linkage.
I have to send the linkage to somebody. Somebody. Oh, I don't want to get us in trouble. But no. Look. Let me think about that. So Man of Steel, had 600?
About 7. Was it 7?
Was it 7?
I know BVS was 800.
Okay, so I think it was like 650 is where Man of Steel capped, and then you had 800 for BVS.
I don't know how much.
We're not. Yeah, we can't really count that. So yeah, that doesn't. That you're $2 billion compared to 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to bring somebody in real quick. Obviously, it is the takeover. We're in charge, so we get to do what the hell we want. And we're bringing in the one, the only, Saggy Melon.
I love you guys.
Hello.
I missed you so much. Where the hell have you been?
We have been
terribly sick.
Smoking weed. Yes, sick. We've been very sick.
I missed you guys. It's so
No,
good
we
to
did get COVID.
too.
We got COVID.
You got COVID? I didn't know. What the heck?
We got it. We got it. And so we it was great. So he took care of me for a week, and then just as I got better, he looks at me and he goes, "I think I'm getting it." And we were like, oh, okay, cool. So I took care of him. So it was So we've been chilling, watching a lot of shows, and we hop on. Now that's the big thing. He played Halo over the course of like 2 days or a week. Was it? No, yeah, a week. No, he played a game a day. A game a day.
Mm-hmm.
But how are you, Saggy? We miss you. What have you been up to?
Pissing people off on the internet as usual.
Get it, girl.
Nothing new, but I missed you guys. I was sitting there, I'm like, I messaged people. Has anyone heard from Bradley and Austin? Are they good? No one answered me. And I'm weird about bothering people, but I saw you guys on, and I was like, oh, I had to come on and tell everybody that I love these two so much. And you guys make sure to share and like and do everything you can to get the word out so more people come to show them some love, because they're amazing. And if y'all ain't here supporting these two guys, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Look at them. Look at them. They're freaking beautiful. They're beautiful. They're eye candy ladies. Come on. I know they're eye candy.
He's the eye candy one. He's
don't sell yourself short.
Ah, it's so cute. You guys did that. It's so cute. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to derail.
What was that? Do that.
No. I wanted to just derail for a split second. I know you guys are doing a show, but like, yes, I love you guys. I'm glad you guys are back. You have been very freaking missed, and I had to harass you to come on and tell you that, so that now it's here forever. So now everyone can look back and be like, wow, someone really loves Austin and Bradley. Yes, I do.
It's true. And hey, hopefully this year, like we said, later this year, we can meet up at that con.
Yeah.
And you, me, and RJ, and we'll burn it down probably.
We're gonna have fun. But yes, no, and also your take on the Halo TV show is wrong.
Hey, you know what? We're about to get into that. Do you want to? Because honestly, we both have. I would love to hear some different thoughts, because we agree. We pretty much. I was gonna go off. I was just gonna rant for the next 5 minutes. But I would rather have you here. So do you want to stick around for the Halo conversation?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
All right, cool. So, Halo, obviously, we're 4 episodes in. Have you played the games, Saggy?
Oh, dude, yeah. I used to be in like a bunch of communities. Yeah, I was big into Halo.
Okay. Oh, this is good. I feel like I really, every episode, I started this. I was even excited during the trailers. And he was like, "Oh, you're gonna be let down." He was trying to tell me, and I was like, "Nah, it looks sick. I like the CGI. I like, it looks cool.
This looked good."
The first episode, I was like, okay, takes the helmet off at the end. I'm like, all right, let's give it a chance. Let's see what happens here. Episode 2. Homeboy's got the helmet off some more. Okay, I'll get used to it. I'll give it a chance. I'm being open. I'm trying my best. Okay.
Oh yeah, I know where this is going.
Saggy, episode 3. They said, fuck it. Forget the helmet. Forget the whole damn suit. Let's see his ass. Let's see everything. He's naked now. You see the Master Chief in a way you ain't never seen the Master Chief before. Cheeks and all, Master Chief. Cheeks Chief is what they called him in the show, in the script, when they wrote it in.
No, it's Master Cheeks.
Master Cheeks. So look, I mean, I'm not trying to even be. I feel like I even probably sound prude a little bit or something like. But no, it's too much. Like, and Pablo came out and did this whole thing and was like, he's in a mask, so it's hard for the audience to relate to him and stuff. It's not hard for me to relate to the Mandalorian. He brought up a great point. It's not hard for me to relate to Darth Vader. It's not hard to me. There's V for Vendetta. How do you relate to that character? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm just like, I'm calming down. Yeah, Saggy, take your time. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna breathe now.
Austin.
I'm gonna breathe now. I'm breathing.
Austin and Bradley. I love you guys dearly, but you have to remember, this show is not canon. It is not canon. And here's the thing. I At first, I was like, I understood why people, especially Halo fans, were a little like about seeing Master Chief with his helmet off. Like, I get it, but at the same time, I really don't mind it because they already pretty much warned us before they even announced, before any leaks about him taking it off, where they were like, this is a Master Chief that you haven't seen before. Like, this is going to be more emotional and more like a whole different Master Chief. Like, we are seeing Master Chief as a person. Like, he was always a person, right? But like, we're seeing his transition from like this badass super soldier to like this person who has a lot of deep lore and relationships that like outside of Cortana. Like, right, we got his homeboy who he let go, right? That whole story arc. And it like showed how bad his indoctoring with the programming thing was. And it's like, I actually like what the show is doing with the franchise so far. Like, it's kind of like, it is a different type of story, but it's not the worst like story in the Halo series. And like I said, again, it's not canon, so I'm not taking it as, oh, this is going to continue they're going to make a new game and stuff. But I get why people are frustrated because it is a little weird because Master Chief's whole thing was he never took off his helmet. He was, but I think the reason why that worked in game is because we were players, right? We were playing it. So we were Master Chief. That was the whole point. We were inside the helmet. This is a show. So in the show, I don't mind them showing an actual person because we're not playing it, we're watching it, right? So I think it's different when it comes to the video game versus the TV show because, again, the main reason why Master Chief never showed his face and we didn't know what he looked like is because we were supposed to be Master Chief. We were supposed to feel like that was us when we played him, if that made sense.
Right. No, I do see, and look, I understand that, and I even last night's episode, I had to keep telling myself, okay, this is not in the canon. This is not in the canon. This is not, well, you know, this is, and I just still had the hardest time because even outside of what I didn't like about what was happening in the episode, the show just felt messy. It's you're going back and forth in these three different storylines and stuff. And while I understand that may be good for a movie, when you're on film and when you're on television, it just felt really kind of.
Well, I did want to point something out.
Random when they hadn't done that before, but yes.
Like every show, that's almost every show. Like every show you have a cast of characters. You go back with with each of their arcs and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's all about execution, and the execution for the last episode, last night's, it didn't work for me.
It didn't work for that's the thing.
I haven't seen last night's yet, so.
There were a couple things that I was like, you know, this is a little I don't know. And I think here's the other thing, and I'm cool with them being, you know, taking creative liberties and doing all that, but I think they missed out on two things that I think you need, like at the core of Halo. Whatever you do with the story after that, I think is fine. But I think I don't really seem to care about the mystery of this, you know, and the artifacts and all of that. It feels very bleh to me, and that's one thing that in the games, right, you have it's everything's a mystery. You get Jon's past in fragments throughout the games. It's not just all, you know. I'm like, I've already seen so much of Jon's origin that, you know, I don't know. I just feel like that's part of the just kind of Halo universe, is that mystery of, yeah, you do get it over time. Yes, you do learn what's happened. You do learn about the Halo, but it's just weird to get it all up front right away.
And I'll say this too, like we were kind of talking about this too last night. Like, it's very story centric. When you have the most action in the show in the first 10 minutes of the first episode, and the three other episodes to have like no action in them, when your show is based on an action video game series, so I'm like, the lack of action is kind of irritating.
I still haven't seen a grunt.
I want to see a grunt. I want to see.
I want to see a grunt get shot and everybody goes, "Yay!"
Yeah.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. I want to see them run away and be like, "No, please don't kill me! Oh my god!"
Well, we did get to see the leg of a hunter the other day, and that got me really hyped. I was like, "Oh shit,
that was cool."
Oh hell no! No, I think. I'm also like disappointed in Bradley because
But
Bradley didn't have like a 50 PowerPoint presentation on why the Halo show so far is bad.
I was letting him take over.
I'm waiting for it. No, I mean I get it as a fan. Like when I'm a fan of something, right? And they like make it live action. Like if I'm a fan of a game or an anime
Right.
and they make it live action. Usually with anime, I'm very automatically like critical because I've seen how badly they botched it. With video games franchises, it is kind of a hit or miss, you know, because like we got Witcher, even though Witcher's based on a book, but it's, you know, has the elements of the game and stuff. But it's like certain times video game storylines can work well. So when I went into this, and as soon as they said it's not canon, I was like, okay, I can try to enjoy this because I think when it comes down to as fans, we are really, really looking to compare the hell out of the original to the new stuff, and it kind of takes away from our viewing pleasure, you know, because like I would say for non-Halo fans, this show probably is good for them. Like I think they like this show because they don't know the lore. Because I think if you look at it, overall it is a good show. It's just when you know it's based on Halo, you're like, well, that doesn't seem right.
Well, I find it interesting because I watched the first 2 episodes, I think, before playing the games when we got sick.
Yeah.
And I was actually really enjoying it. I was like, I like where this is going.
Yeah, you were liking it. Yeah.
And I still like where things are going a little bit. I like how we're getting some Master Chief backstory and stuff like that. So we don't have to get to that shit later in the seasons. I like where it's going. You know, the artifacts are going to lead them to the Halo ring.
Right.
They're going to destroy the Halo ring, and you know they are not going by the games at all, which I don't expect them to.
No.
Any adaptation, I don't expect them to do a pace by pace story.
Still trying.
I'm kind of shocked because like Bradley is really a harsh critic, and when he says, "Are you sure you're over COVID, Bradley? You good?"
I'll be honest. I just smoked a really fat bowl, so I'm super excited.
Okay, gotcha. No, I was gonna say Bradley is usually a very harsh critic. So when Bradley's like, I'm enjoying this show that most people are crapping on right now, it's like, what universe do we live in? Because I actually enjoyed Eternals, and I know Bradley hated Eternals with a passion. I don't know why.
You triggered him now, Saggy.
I'll say this. I said this off air to DL last night because me and DL were talking. I said I would rather see an Eternals 2 than watch Thor 4. Honestly.
And he's gonna watch Thor 4 because I'm making him come.
And I hate Eternals. I would rather
he's gonna watch Thor 4.
I would rather see 5 Eternals movies than see another Taika Waititi Marvel movie ever again.
I like Thor Ragnarok. I think that's one of my favorite.
Thor Ragnarok was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It
wasn't the best.
Look,
but
you got that scene with Loki going off. You got some pretty cool action.
It was funny. It had a lot of funny moments.
Yeah, it's some funny moments. The Hulk Thor fight.
Dude, when Bruce Banner jumped down, is like, I watch this, and he like smacked to the ground.
That was great.
Hilarious.
That was great.
The dog was sitting there like, what the hell is that?
Right. And then just looks at the people and goes, yeah, I loved it. I thought it was fun. But let's say Anthony Beltran, hater.
Anthony, don't even say shit about anyone being a hater. My God, I don't want to hear it.
Damn, Anthony, they told you. Ooh. I don't want to derail as much, but I did want to come on and say I missed you guys and stuff. I'll let you get back to your show because I'm gonna get some bubble tea. I need to get some sugar in my system.
I do want some
bubble teas. I've still never had bubble tea.
Yes, that's my mission.
Well, if you guys end up coming to San Fran by the end of the year, then maybe we'll find some.
We're all going for the bubbles.
Yes. Okay. I love you guys. I have a fun rest of your stream. I'll be lurking. Bye.
Peace. Love you.
Love you. Mwah.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Saggy Melons. Make sure and check out her channel. Obviously, we love the sagginess. But yeah, no, that's pretty much our thoughts on Halo and stuff.
Could be better.
Yeah, it could be better. You're playing Infinite right now, or we're kind of, I'll jump in every now and again, and I liked it so far.
Honestly right now it's my favorite right now.
Here's the thing.
I'm enjoying it a lot.
I enjoy the boss. I was looking at that, watching you fight that boss. That might be one of the hardest bosses in a Halo game.
Well, no, so the reason why it was so hard, I didn't know what to do, how
Got
to
it.
beat him. So I figured out I need to shoot off the legs of the mechanical, using this whole
Got-
mechanical thing. So I
Ah,
need to shoot off the legs and stuff.
got it.
I was just really high. Didn't know what I was doing.
Well,
Per usual.
yeah, that's always
Story of my life.
But let's see. Oh yeah. So our next topic, I forgot to download a graphic for it. But before we move on, we have another show that we're watching that we have some takes on, or that Bradley has some takes on. So we'll talk about that. Stay tuned for Star Trek talk, some Picard. All right, so we've been watching Picard season 2. I am very out of the loop with most things Star Treks, but I've been following, I think, pretty well and stuff, and you explain.
Yeah. It's pretty simplistic.
And it's pretty simplistic, However, last night's episode, I'm not lying, about 25 minutes in, I was like, what the fuck's going on?
But
yeah,
you walked out of the room
I did. I left.
and there was some pretty good stuff
I
I
left.
did like.
I straight up left.
Because you were like, what's going on? And apparently his dad, he thought his dad, his mom, there was like monsters in the cellar and stuff, and his mom was like, he was lost trying to find his mom in the basement, running away from monsters. And apparently he, his mom demonized, this image of his dad to him. So he thought his dad was this evil, being like hurting his mother and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It turns out his mother is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and she was literally putting him through psychological torment because she was going through that herself. And so the husband was just trying to get her help and stuff, and get her, away from the kids, so it doesn't affect the child. But that, it was pretty good. I did like that backstory on Picard. I did enjoy that a little bit.
What do you think of the whole Borg stuff, Alison Pill, and last week's episode ended with had a big musical number. She just pulls out the mic and everybody's like,
you missed this one. There was a scene where they have security footage of her, and she literally goes in this bar, right? Hella weird. And she bangs on the window until she smashes it, and that's it. That was her 2 minutes in the episode. I was like, really? That's what you're doing?
Right. Dear God.
No, but I was kind of talking to you about this in general. Like, I like the Borg. I do enjoy what they did in TNG and the movies and stuff, First Contact and stuff like that. But the first season of Picard, I was like, I'm kind of done. Like, I think it's time to hang up the Borg for a while. Bring them back maybe in the third season. I thought would be a better idea.
Yeah, I was more interested in what was going on with Q, to be honest.
So that's another interesting thing that I was thinking today too. I'm like, so they make this huge deal about Q coming back, and I'm not too familiar with Q. I love The Next Generation, but I have seen only a handful of episodes, and those episodes are some of the best, stuff like that. But I wasn't too familiar with him, so I was like, I don't really care about him coming back, but he's barely in it. The whole premise, we still don't know what's going on. There's 3 episodes left, and I really don't care anymore. Every episode, I'm like, they're finally gonna get out of the 21st century. They're finally gonna get out. They finally have everything in order. Like, nothing's gonna go wrong. Something goes wrong. They get arrested. Oh my God, it's just so repetitive and just lazy writing. And I'm just like, I'm going with the punches because I love Patrick Stewart and I love Picard, and I just love the fact that Star Trek is alive and well, regardless of my issues with it right now with who's in charge, Alex Kurtzman. But there's just so many issues I have with Picard, to be honest. I'm going with the punches. I am really excited and worried about season 3 with that announcement. That announcement got me super hyped that everyone's coming back, the original cast, even though Brent Spiner's already been back. I don't know why they
right.
That list.
And then we did the Brent Spiner stuff. We found out, he's the grandfather or no
of Data's creator.
right of Data's creator or grandson or
Which that's interesting.
right. I think that's cool, and all of that, and so I'm actually kind of liking what's going on there, and that he's kind of evil and all of that. But overall, I mean, until he like explained more of the lore to me, and we even watched some clips and stuff, I kind of was into it. And then, a couple episodes later, I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, it was going really well. Episode 3 was great. I was like, oh, it's only going to get better from here.
Right. And then it
no.
didn't. It did
It
not.
has not.
It did not.
It has not.
It
But
did not get
I'm
better.
going with it. I'd say I'm looking forward to see what they're doing for the end of this season, but I don't know. I want to watch it. I'm gonna watch it, but not willingly.
Not happily. But yeah, that's our thoughts on Picard.
Yeah.
Our last 2 topics, we got 2 more. Obviously, I wanna trash on some Moon Knight. I need to trash on some Moon Knight. So
tell the difference between
I was gonna do it. I'm
gonna do it.
do it.
The best.
I'm gonna do it.
He does it the best.
So let's talk about Moon Knight. All right, this fool. All right, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This show had 1 good episode, and it was the first episode. And then it's given me 2 trash episodes. I'm sorry, they're not good. This whole thing of they cannot take a moment seriously. Even Moon Knight or Mr. Knight landing in last week's episode has to fall over. There's got to be some funny thing to it. The whole Kevin Feige thing when he came out, yeah, we're not going to to pull away and all of that. Yeah, we're getting some more action and stuff. Completely bloodless, completely like it's meh for me. I think also too, like, the biggest thing is Steven's annoying at this point. There's way too much Steven. I'm not really I don't really care anymore about him, and it's just like he just gets on my nerves. The whole I can't tell the difference between my real life and my dreams, and I'm done. And then even in last night's episode, you had the big action sequence, right? And he takes over, and then he's like, "Oh no, come back, take over." It's just like,
oh god.
Oh,
don't remind me.
There's got to be. I cannot have 1 moment of some dark. Like Ethan Hawke is the best part for me. But yeah, overall, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna watch the rest. Hopefully, it gets better. But it's like
3 episodes.
Every
time.
This is getting old. This is getting old.
Show.
Yeah.
But Loki, I'm like, oh, it's gonna get better. Has not gotten better.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna get better.
Yeah.
I don't have any hope it will.
I don't have any. I mean, look, like I said, I think the best part is Ethan Hawke. He's killing it for me. The Khonshu stuff is kind of interesting, but even you had the meeting with the gods and stuff. It would have been nice to see some of the other gods. There's just I have a lot of issues. I have a lot of issues with the show, and I hope. I think there's potential for it to get better. Hopefully, because these 2 episodes have been a lot of filler, a lot of exposition, a lot of stuff like that, they can just dive in 4, 5, and 6 and give us some good stuff. Give us more Moon Knight. That'd be nice.
Little sprinkles.
Right. Little sprinkles here and there.
I understand you don't want to show too much blood, but for God's sake, at least some sprinkles here and there wouldn't kill you. For F's sake, like, seriously, it's like you have a knife, you have a moon knife going into moon knife, going to someone's neck, and not even like I understand, like, you don't want to be too graphic. I understand, you're Disney Plus, and I don't expect them to do that. But come on, He literally stabbed someone, and there's blood all over the knife. There's blood all over his arms and hands. But for God, what is going on?
Exactly. Yeah, that's
It's like, oh,
that's the thing. You get a moment of some dude gets stabbed in the neck and stuff, and it's just so quick. Like you see it, no blood, squirt, no nothing. It's
Nothing.
just like, oh man, like it's just so Marvel. This is so like I'm just I am now at the point where I need something different from Marvel. I need something new. I need a change up.
this is not making me feel any better about a potential Daredevil season 4 coming out.
Oh,
This does not make me feel any better about that. My skepticism remains, and here's what I expect. And I think they should, they should do this. And I think this is the right way to bring Daredevil back. Make it seamless so I can watch the finale of season 3. Right, I can watch all the Netflix shows, get caught up with the arc of all the characters and Daredevil and all that stuff. Make it so I can watch what you do next, and nothing changed. The tone hasn't changed. The atmosphere hasn't changed. Get the creators that worked on it back, like Steven denying stuff. He said he'd come back.
Yes.
Get everyone that worked on it to come back and stuff.
Yes.
If they're willing to. There's a lot that I really expect them to do, and if they don't do it, they're not going to make it any better. What's up, Rant?
Hi, Rhea. Good to see you, Rhea, as always. And yes, Aaron, I did see this. Simi Lou did actually say that Ethan Hawke needs to fire his Mandarin teacher. It was it's not very good, apparently. Moon Knight should have been the dark side. Mr. Knight should have been the dark side to Steven. I hope Jake gets his own suit. So I'm not too familiar with the character or the comics or anything like that. I've just kind of been following along with the show, so I don't know who Jake is. But I did notice that all that in the episode where he tells he's like I didn't do that. They have that switch and that glitch and blackout, and it was neither of them. So obviously there's another personality. But yeah, no. Overall, I'm getting tired of this whole the same thing over and over and over again. And am I gonna finish it? Yeah, I don't like to start things and just kind of not finish them, and so I'm gonna finish it. But it's not looking good. I'll be honest. I don't see myself watching Miss Marvel.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I really don't see myself watching Miss Marvel.
I have nothing against anyone who worked on it. I hope it succeeds.
Yeah, hope it's great.
Multiple seasons, do it. I don't care. It's not for me.
Don't care.
I know that.
Exactly. Okay. And let's see. But yeah, those are our overall thoughts on Moon Knight. We do have an extra topic. But also, real quick, I got to bring this up. Because last night, ladies and gentlemen, they came back. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. On Hulu, exclusively to Hulu.
It is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, we watched it.
This season.
We watched it.
It is going to be amazing. I'm so excited.
We're getting Kanye.
They're covering everything.
Oh, it's good. It's good. If you're a Kardashian fan, this is
it's guilty pleasure.
It is. And we will be talking about it. So yeah, no, it's juicy. It's good. Obviously, I think Scott's back. The whole gang's back. But yeah, no, I look forward to this season. Obviously, there's gonna be some Kanye stuff and all that. So, but I didn't know you have a final topic.
There was something I saw floating around on Twitter.
On Twitter?
I don't know if it's true, but it's a rumor, and this was something I was kind of thinking.
Don't believe everything you see on Twitter, people.
I know. This is why I'm taking it with a grain of salt, as you say. As Enoch says, a grain of salt. By the way, much love, Enoch. I haven't talked to Enoch in so long, and I miss him. If you watch this, much love, man. I miss you.
Yeah, man.
But I was kind of thinking because I've been watching The Walking Dead since probably season 3. So probably almost 10 years now. And it's almost ending. I need to catch up on the last season. Obviously, because I guess they got new writers and stuff. It's gotten really good again. which it happens occasionally. You know, when you have a show with 11 seasons, you're gonna have some bumpy roads here and there, and that's fine. But there's some talks about Andrew Lincoln, supposedly Rick Grimes himself, the star of The Walking Dead. And I was kind of hoping he would do this because his movies aren't really going anywhere right now, as we know. But apparently he's in talks of joining the MCU in advance. So I really hope he does. I think that'd be great for his career. He's a very underrated actor.
Yeah.
But to be honest, let him do his British accent because in The Walking Dead, you know, overall, you can overlook his accent. You know, it's kind of annoying sometimes, especially when he's like, Coral! Coral! You know, Coral! It's funny. It's hilarious. But his accent breaks a lot.
So you think just let
him go full
happen.
British.
Let it happen.
You know what? Let him. You know what? Professor X, Reed Richards. People are saying Reed Richards maybe. So there's some things he could do. That I'm interested to see if that's true or not. I love Andrew Lincoln.
Andrew Lincoln as Professor X.
Why not? Why not?
I see him more as Wolverine.
Yeah.
If he's gonna be an X-Men, I think he could be.
He's about the right height too.
He would have to get ripped.
He is pretty ripped. He's not like
ripped.
Slim. Like he's not slim, like skinny like a twig like me. But like he does have meat on his bones.
Let's see. Kim Love Pete. Yes. Kim Love Pete.
Kim Love Pete.
That is a correct statement. Kim does love Pete. Oh God. Well, that's pretty cool. I never really got into The Walking Dead. It was one of those. I probably would. It was just one of those things that was like, it started, didn't get into it then, and then it's like 8 seasons later that like 11 whatever.
And like 3 spin-offs.
48 seasons later.
Yeah.
And you know, you just feel like you're so behind.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, it is. It's very overwhelming and stuff. But you know, I could probably work through it and stuff. Like, you know, I just we did just. Yes, P Blinders, Better Call Saul. I want to start Yellowstone. I've been wanting to start Yellowstone for a really long time. You know, but yeah, I mean, we just watched the Harry Potter movies. I've been those. He didn't think I was going to watch them back to back to back, but I was like, I couldn't stop. I was hooked. I'm like, I need to know what happens next.
They're great.
They were phenomenal. We watched the reunion this morning on HBO.
Absolute mess.
To be honest,
absolute wreck.
Here's the worst thing. There was so much crying. I cannot honestly tell you who cried more. It might have we were sobbing throughout the entire thing.
It was really emotional. It reminded me, and they were talking about growing up.
I started sobbing. I started sobbing
with them. Like I grew up.
I didn't even grow up with them.
With the cast and stuff, like their journey and stuff. And it had such an impact on me and why I love movies and pop culture in general. Like, if the Harry Potter movies never came out and I didn't watch them as a kid, I wouldn't probably be on this channel right now with you. Like, I wouldn't be where I am if I wasn't, in love with Harry Potter and the world and the characters and stuff. I'm glad I got to share that with you and show you Harry Potter.
No, that was
great.
It was a great experience, and
it's there's a huge misconception with Harry Potter. Like, oh, it's boring wizard stuff, blah blah blah.
Nah,
but
cool.
It's more complex than people give it credit for.
See, I remember stuff.
Yeah.
Harry Potter. Oh man, I miss Alan Rickman. That guy, phenomenal. Harry Potter. Always.
Best line in all 8 movies. Always. Best line.
But yeah, no, it was a really cool experience, especially sharing with you guys. So I thank you for that. I think overall, I think that about does it for today's show. Obviously, hopefully everything's good with Jack next week, and he is back, and we're back to our normal routine, our normal show and stuff. I know it's been kind of off the last couple of weeks, so thank you everybody who has been tuning in, who has continued to show support and all of that. This is Jack's show and stuff, so we're just filling in and trying to give him a hand while he's got some stuff going on. But yeah, obviously, like we said, there's a lot of stuff going on here at the Pantheon, a lot of different shows. I'm sure Enosh will probably be live later tonight. You got the Sci-Fi Center live tomorrow. You got Max on Saturday, Brian on Mondays. This show, Jivin with Jack, Tuesdays and Thursdays. So there's always something going on. So make sure and check that out. And in fact, I think we'll play that little ad before we end the show, and then we'll do the outro. So everybody, thank you for tuning in, for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Show some love. Make sure and follow Bradley's channel, Compatible Gaming and Cinema, which I will put in the chat. And then you can also follow my channel, which is in the description, probably. Little Big City Studios. Show those channels some love too, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.
It's finally here. New voices, new faces. Welcome to the Pantheon.
Lives where she lives.
It's so true. It's so true.
Great.
Bye, everybody.
Get jivin'.